Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
Hey there, everybody. It's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. Speaking of friends, I've got Joker number 1 up there and Joker number 2 down there. Did we make some money last week, guys? Because last week I had a pretty decent week on DraftKings.
Knock, I was right there. Walls to tell you, I had Mr. Shador Sanders locked in. I had very nice scores, Doc. Very nice lineups with him and Judy. Obviously, we had Puka locked in. We had Wilson locked in. I had JSN. We had ETN. We had Brown. It was right there, Doc. The only thing I can say, I took one chance, and where Willie knew it was with the Raiders, and that was the difference.
How did you have Shador? How did you know Shador?
It wasn't Shador per se. It was the Titans. It was the matchup. And we were looking for quarterbacks that we could play down there. But I played him the most, and I got off of Taylor. Luckily, I only took, he did mess up lineups. He killed Willie. But I played.
No, he didn't kill. No, I still was deep in the money with him.
Yeah, he killed you.
That's still killing McCarthy over.
He did kill me. He did kill me, but fortunately, I had a couple of other cheap ones, and that helped me out on that.
It worked because I could pair him with Judy, and I could put Fannin. So I got Fannin and Judy in there with him. So that's what made the lineup work and why I was up there. But as far as playing the other guys, I played your guy McCarthy that one time, and then I played the other guy from the Saints, and those lines weren't bad, but Shador and his guys went nuts. So that's why those lineups took off.
In fact, sometimes like Fannin, Shador, Pollard, if you have the one guy who goes nuts, you're a winner. So let's find that guy this week. Let's get to it. Willie, let's go back to the Browns and Bears. They're playing in what could be cold, and I'm talking cold weather there. Caleb, DeAndre Swift, if we saw what Pollard did last week, are you telling me that the Bears can't find some running lanes? On the other side, Shador, Njoku's out. You got Fannin, you got Judy. Chicago lets up explosive plays. Do you like this game at all?
I mean, the guy I will have some interest is Fannin because I'm gonna have a lot of 2 tight end things in this thing. So Fannin will be the main guy I'm interested in. But I will let. I'm not going back to. Mr. Shador, listen, you can go back to him. I just think Chicago's is. I think it's going to be a matchup where I don't like anybody in this game. Really, it's not going to be somebody that I need from this game. I got other games I'm gonna pull from, and this is going to be the one that I'm Xing out.
Well, I mean, is this a game that you had to have anybody in it?
I don't know if you have to have it, but I think I like the game more than Willie. I think I agree with you. Cleveland showed some holes last week. I think the Bears are running the ball well, so that makes that interesting. I think the only thing that becomes a concern is in the split that they got going in the backfield, and then you want to take a chance with that. Yeah. But on the other side, the Bears do give up a ton of yards. They do create turnovers and stuff like that. And after last week, you see that the Browns are at least looking to see what they have, and they probably going to be throwing the ball a lot. Very similar to Arizona, so it's still just some interest that's there because of the yards that the Bears are giving up.
The Bears are giving up tons of yardage. All right. The Ravens and Bengals, Swame. This game's going to be a lot of scoring. And I feel like, how do I not have Jamar Chase in my lineup? Derrick Henry only had 10 carries the last time. He had 60 yards. Can Harbaugh be so, silly not to give this guy 30 carries? Every tight end scores. Andrews, Likely, Kolar, Ozzie Newsome. I mean, everybody scores against Cincinnati. What do you do? Lamar should have a good game. What are you doing in this game?
I think it's just like you said. It's what Ravens team is going to show up. It is how they're going to try to play this game, and I don't like it. I think the Ravens the play calling, the execution is just not there. The number of carries that the big fella's getting, I don't like it. having Likely out the game so much. I don't like it. The way that Lamar's looking right now, I don't like it. It's just nothing for me to like about my team right now. And Doc, it's hard for me to say that. And the Bengals, to
Wait,
be
hold
honest,
on. Are you saying you're not going to play Mark Andrews because every tight end scores against Cincinnati?
I'm almost certain if I was playing a Ravens tight end, it would be Ozzie Newsome over Mark Andrews. I promise you it would be Isaiah Likely. It wouldn't even be close. If I'm playing a Ravens tight end, it's Isaiah Likely. It's definitely not Mark to target Andrews. I can't do it. And the same thing with King Henry. If he was getting the ball 30 times, Doc, I love him every week. But Henry at 10 carries, you might as well have Walls back there. I just don't want it at all.
J. Cole says he's willing to tickle those keys.
So as far as Chase, as you know, he kills my Ravens. It seemed like he just got outnumbered every time. And with Higgins out, you can see him getting 15 or so targets in this game. I like what Chase has been doing. You can almost pencil him. I'm talking about Chase Brown. You can almost pencil him in every week. I like those two. I'm telling you, it just seems it's the combination of the targets and them getting down there and him being able to, figure out a way to get you 18, 20 points. He becomes a man of interest. But for me, it's probably Chase if you're going to do anything. And if you're feeling crazy, Doc, you try Lamar Henry. But if you're thinking like me, you just take Likely and Chase and you move on.
Willie, people have asked about Mitchell Tinsley because you don't have T. Higgins. Tinsley's a pretty good player, and he's 3,100. Is he this week's cheap bastard? And before you answer that question, do you like Jamar Chase? Because Jamar Chase eats up Humphrey, eats him up.
Everyone, come into me, please. I know that rascal down there. That's why he's down there, because his opinions were unimpressive. I am not impressed at all. I got 2 words for your opinions on the Ravens was do and do. You're this doo-doo. Okay. So see, that's reverse psychology. I know what he's doing. He's doing reverse psychology so the Ravens can win. I know what he's doing. But please just disregard whatever that rascal said. And let me say this. I'm gonna have Likely in a lot of my lineups here. As a matter of fact, I think it's a different way to play it. Is maybe I might have a little interest in Lamar. Play Lamar, play the 2 tight ends, run it back with Chase. You know what I mean? Something like that. I think Tinsley.
Wait, you're going to play Lamar, Andrews, Likely, Chase?
No. Why not? What did Buffalo do last week? They get killed by tight ends.
They do get killed by tight ends. That's true.
I mean, what Kincaid had 14. The other tight end, cheap tight end, had 17. They had 31 points. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that's a different way to think about building your lineups, because they get killed by more than anybody in tight ends. And that's right there. They give 7 or 8 more touchdowns away from anybody else in their tight end position.
Well, look, Zay Flowers is not doing anything. Rashad Bateman is not doing anything, right? DeAndre Hopkins is not doing anything.
No. That's why I said the tight ends is the way you get to Cincinnati. The tight
and you
ends.
You don't like Henry?
No, I think Henry's an interesting guy, but I got some people in the other games that I want more. But I'm going to have a couple of things where I might have Henry and Tinsley. I do like Tinsley. I think Tinsley is a very interesting guy. Tinsley almost had a huge game the last time that they played each other, but he missed it. But the thing that concerns me a little bit is T. Higgins is not in this game. So I'm thinking that, if the Ravens are smart, you double Chase, okay? If they're smart. But what I'm saying is I just think that Lamar, and I haven't been playing Lamar at all, I think he's an interesting play this week. And if he can go off in this week, this will be the week that he could go off.
I kind of think Swame, before we leave this game, Willie's idea of Lamar to Andrews and Likely is kind of clever. You got to give him credit for that.
That's not the word I would have chose, Doc. Clever. That's one way to go about it. I wasn't quite at clever. I was somewhere between like ridiculous and absolutely silly, but not quite clever. I could see clever as well. Doc, it's no way. I just said the offense isn't playing well. I just don't like what I'm seeing from them, and they've shown it over a number of games now. It's not like I'm just being hard on my team or trying to use reverse psychology. They're not playing well. They're finding ways to lose, turn the ball over, and I just don't like it.
All right, let's get to our next game here. I think this one feels like a hard no to me, and you're going to be shocked. The Chargers Chiefs. There's not one play in this game that I'm like, I need to have. Mahomes doesn't look good. Ladd, I like against man coverage, not against the Chiefs. I don't like Gadsden. Herbert's injured. Hampton, I don't like anything, Willie. Am I crazy?
Pass,
right?
I have nothing. I have nothing for you in this game.
Swami, are we both crazy? I mean, I know we're both crazy, but are we really crazy?
Not this time, Doc. I'm not crazy about anything in this game.
Mhm.
I mean, you could talk yourself into maybe, and I'm saying maybe the receivers. I don't know, maybe with Brown out, that might make somebody because it's one more guy out of there. So maybe that means that
No, thank you.
Worthy, or I mean, Rice has always seemed like he's in the mix. I don't know if I trust Kelsey right now. He's not the same Kelsey. That might be his brother wearing his uniform. So that just leaves you with a big fat no, Doc. Yeah.
All right.
Swift is taking all his juices. He got nothing left. He's done.
All right. The Bills are playing the Patriots in what is an even game right now. Even game. But Swami, the Bills' run defense, we know stinks. Stinks. Stevenson and Henderson are going to get that ball a ton. Diggs is in a revenge game. James Cook is always there. I don't see Allen and May having huge games, but Vegas has them both around just under 25 points each. Is there a lot of fantasy goodness in this one?
Like, I don't know about a lot of fantasy goodness, right? We know they played already this year, and it just was okay. I think the big star in that game was the revenge factor, I think, for Stephon Diggs. He make it seem like he could be a man of interest. I could see that swinging to your guy Boutte this time. Other than that, maybe you think Henderson, if he's actually going to get the volume. And then on the other side, Allen is obviously always a man of interest, but this division game, I don't know if I love it, but I think it could, because it means something to both of them, I think it could probably have some points, but I don't love it.
Willie, I may be crazy, but on my FanDuel lineups right now, I have Ramondre Stevenson there because I think they're going to get at least 2 rushing touchdowns. Now, I know Henderson is the better player. I know Henderson is better. But Stevenson always seems to get the touchdowns. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe I'm delusional. Who do you like in this game, if anybody?
Honestly, not much. I mean, maybe Boutte, and then Allen and a lineup or two. I just think that this game is going to be okay. I think Buffalo's run defense is playing a little tiny bit better than they've been playing. And I am just not, and I don't like this split. I don't like this split thing right here. No, thank you. For the price point and his receivers are trash. I mean, if I had to play anybody, it would be Allen by himself. Maybe Hunter Henry on the other side. I mean, but listen, now I think a guy that's in play in this game that I think I'm going to have in a couple of my lineups is Kincaid. I think Kincaid is in play. He had a good game against him last time. Listen, Kincaid, quiet as it's been kept, is averaging 14 points per game. He's averaging 14 points per game. So he's having a good year. And I'm just telling you, so that would be the guy I have more interest in this game. But I'm going to tell you, I think it's going to be a divisional, scrappy game, and it is something that it's not for me for fantasy wise. So, and then plus he spreads the ball around. It can
Kincaid
be
was a problem.
So that's why I'm not interested in. And Henderson, no thank you. And even season long, no thank you. He's on a big.
All right. Let's get to Washington. Willie's Washington Wonders against the New York Giants, where Vegas has them just under 25 points. We saw how bad Willie's Commanders were last week, Swami. We did. Jackson Dart is better than J.J. McCarthy. Jackson Dart's going to sling it around that field. It feels like if I'm running 3 lineups, which I will, I can't see a world where Jackson Dart is not one of my 3 quarterbacks. Swami.
He's got to be, Doc. And I told him how bad his team was when he was talking about playing playing Scary Terry in the quarterback last week, and I told him he was crazy. So I hope he don't say anything crazy like that this week. But it is some interesting pieces based on matchup. I just don't think they're going to get there. Give me Jackson Dart. I see you could be tempted by Terry and his 5,200. You could be tempted by Rodriguez and his 4,900. He has been running hard, but they just won't give him the volume. And you could talk yourself into Tracy, but you won't really like it. Give me Jackson Dart. I'll let Willie have a rest.
I think Dart. What about Debo? What about McLaurin? Ben Sinnott? It's going to be the new starting tight end, and he's like $2,700, Willie. There's a little value in this game, Willie.
Well, listen, so just, for perspective personally, what Jason Dart has done is he's been, ever since, week 4 he started, he's only behind Dak Prescott at 22.5 and Allen at 24.5 for points per game. Now, I do like him, but you know what? If you notice that game last week, he didn't run as much. Because he used to run 7 or 8 times per game, and that's one of his things that makes him real interesting is he run the ball. And what I'm thinking is, and I'm gonna tell you, I like the quarterback on the other end better.
Mariota?
Mariota is one of my favorite plays on the slate. Mariota at $5,000 going against that defense. And you don't and see Mariota's go, I think he could get at least 20. Mariota's been balling.
It's not a terrible play, Swami. It's not. I mean,
I'm just, listen, he's one of my favorite plays on the slate. I don't have to pay him with nobody. He could be my guy that I'm playing some of those Rams. I'm playing the Rams, that Rams game, going against Detroit. So what I'm telling you is, I don't mind. Mariota is one of my favorite guys on this slate. And Mariota is going to be in a lot of lineups for me. He's going to be one of my core plays.
You would run Mariota naked.
I could run Mariota there. I don't need to go to nobody. I think he can spread it around. Plus, he runs the ball.
I don't hate the Mariota play. I mean, we're always looking for the cheap quarterback, right? And when we look at the cheap quarterbacks this week, the guys that are 5,000 or less, Mariota, Shuck, Phillip Rivers, Shador, Cam Ward, or Pickett. I mean, I will give you one guy that I may like more, Willie. I like CJ Stroud a lot this week. A lot.
Yeah,
not a little,
see,
a lot.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's going to be. I honestly, that defense right there, thank you on that one. And for the first time, I'm not going to be.
Arizona's defense is bad.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't think that they're going to need it. I mean, I like give me Woody Marks in that game. I like Woody a lot more.
All right,
Doc. That's why I got this witness protection look, because when they come to get Willie, I want to make sure they can't identify me. Ain't no way he just said that. No.
Oh, I did. He's going to be in a lot of my lineups. So you better check out what the Giants give up. I'm telling you, Mariota's going to get at least 20-something points against those dudes. At $5,000, that's going to be very viable for me to give me some studs that I'm going to have in my lineup.
Willie, one lineup, Dart or Mariota. If you could only play one, Dart or Mariota.
I'm playing Mariota because he runs. I don't know if Dart
runs too.
No, what I'm saying is since that concussion thing, Doc, what I'm telling you is they normally give him run plays 3 or 4 per game. They're not doing. They're trying to protect that dude now. You remember all the things you said? That's the only reason. That's the reason I'm not going there. I know what he's done. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you is I'm going to go the other way with Mariota because I know he can run the ball. Mariota's going to chuck that ball. And what I'm saying is Mariota will outrush Dart in this game.
Swami, thoughts?
I've said this a few weeks now. The theme is still there. Putting your stake in bad offenses, putting your faith in folks who aren't necessarily great throwers of the football is not a great idea.
Yeah, but you got to remember, that game they played against Minnesota, that was not the defense they played against, and Jayden Daniels shouldn't have came back. Mariota was balling. You saw what he did against Denver. I'm telling you, when Mariota starts the whole game, Mariota's been playing. He's been playing good ball.
He's been playing good ball.
Doc, Minnesota, every quarterback on their roster would look the same way against that Minnesota defense that day, that Sunday, no matter who they played. Mariota
But,
would look
but,
the
this
same
ain't,
way.
but the Giants ain't the defense. That's my point.
But they weren't. They
They're
just
going
weren't
against the
prepared.
Giants. And this
They
game
weren't
could be this
prepared
game
to.
could shoot out.
There's no shootout. They weren't prepared to play. I'm not sure why you think it's a shootout. The Giants aren't that bad to risk. The Commanders aren't that good.
All right. Raiders and Eagles. There was no worse team that I've seen in football than the Eagles last week, guys. That was bad. But just when you think a team is bad, just when you want to put them away, that's when you start playing them in DFS. Jalen Hurts may be in play. Saquon may be in play. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. Swame, this is when you usually give me the doc, not just no, but hell no. And I think you're going to be wrong if you say that to me.
Oh, Doc, you didn't box me in with that question at all. But anyway, I'll say this. I'll tell you that the Eagles are probably going to be let out of jail this week. I think they're going to beat the Raiders down at home. And the only problem is, are they going to run it up? I think they might even run it up. I think this might be one of those games where they score 5 touchdowns and everybody gets a part of it. I think this could be a good game for Barkley. I think this is a great spot. The Raiders are horrible. This could be a breakout game for him. And I think, we might see a couple of tush pushes this game. I wouldn't be mad if you play both of those guys together in the lineup.
Willie, I kind of agree with that.
Listen, I don't disagree with anything you're saying, but listen, let me say this about Philadelphia. Ever since A.J. Brown been getting the ball, what's their record? They 0-3. You understand what I'm saying? Ever since he's been getting the ball, he's been the focus of this offense. So what I'm telling you is I do have interest in Barkley, but that's going to be about it because it's not going to be no pushback from the Raiders. So on that case, y'all go ahead and get your players from this game. No, thank you and thank you. No, thank you. Okay, I'm going to be going to a game where I know there's going to be pushback and there's going to be a game. No, thank you.
Willie, the Eagles are going to put up 5 touchdowns this week.
Okay.
Now, 2 of them may be defensive touchdowns, but they're putting up 5 touchdowns.
I'm not saying that they're not going to do it, but I think it can be spread around. I said the only one the most interested guy I am is in Barkley.
Right.
That's the most interesting guy I'm in. That's the only reason I said it. I think it'll be spread. I think everybody can eat, but if everybody eats, that means we don't eat.
That's a good point. Jets, when you say it that way, it's true. Jets and Jaguars. Brady Cook. Going to be ugly. Going to be really ugly, Willie. But there's nothing I like in this game, to be honest, except for one player.
ETN.
I like ETN.
That's it. No, thank you on this one. See, that's another game. See, all these games with no pushback. No, thank you on this one.
But
ETN is the only guy.
Get 90 and a touch, even with no pushback.
No, I said ETN is the only person of interest to me. That's it. I don't want nothing else. I mean, I don't think they're going to be passing enough to this game is going to be a come on, man. You just get this game and get out of there. So, and I don't want nothing on the Jets side. No, thank you. Not against that Jackson. The Jacksonville defense is playing some good ball. So,
Swame, what are you thinking?
He's been wrong quite a bit tonight, but not right here. I think ETN and the Jacksonville defense is in the best spot. Just can't really trust. Maybe you want to take a chance with somebody in there for value, but their prices started going up. Like if Mechie was like 3,300, I'll take a shot with him. But once they get up to 4,000, no thank you. But I will say this, he has no thank you to everything. So unless he's playing a showdown, I need to know what this Joker's playing at this point.
Oh, this Joker's playing a bunch of guys in the 4 o'clock game. Trust me.
He loves going late.
No, I'm going to have I'm going to be playing some people from the Ray. I told you. I'm going to be playing those tight ends from the Ray. I'm going to play at least one tight end per lineup in that Ravens game. I'm telling you, likely it's going to be my most likely guy that I'm playing because I love the way likely is getting the ball, and hopefully they'll dumb behinds will leave him in a game like they should be.
All right. The game that I think you're missing out on, guys, is the Cardinals and Texans. Everybody, I'm going to just tell you why. Before you start telling me I'm wrong, because I'm not. You're going to remember this moment when I've told you the last moments, right? The last few weeks, I have been right every time. Have I not been? Yes, I have. Here's what's happening this week. Houston's coming off a big win. Big win. Now you're playing at home. You've been home with the wife and kids. And then comes the Arizona Cardinals. Are you really practicing that hard this week? Because you know you're going to win this game. And that means this game could shoot out just a little bit more than you think. I love CJ Stroud. I'm pairing him with Nico Collins. I'm locking those two guys in, one of my three lineups. No if, no ands, no buts. I'm telling you, Willie, you don't have to like it, but I'm doing it.
I'm not mad, but I'm going to tell you, I will be more interested in Higgins. I'm going to tell you the reason why. Nico Collins, this is what you don't realize. In every game not in their division, he has not gone over 20 points in the last 15 games. You follow what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is something about Nico in that division where he eats their ass up. You know, he really eats them up. But I'm just not going to. The guy that I'm more interested in this game is going to be that running back. That's the guy I'm playing in most of this game here, and that's what I'm looking at. And listen, I love Wilson, I do. But let me tell you something. Now you see the hit that Rice took when he looked like a dog baby when he got hit, and they sent him to next week. I mean, you know, and Brissett is my guy. He's been getting 20 points every game. Every game he's been getting 20 points. But I think this Houston defense, dude, this is a team that I don't want to mess with. So I know you can have all the people y'all want to have in this game, and I love Wilson. I've been playing Wilson every game that he started. I've been playing Wilson, but this is where I'm jumping off the track. I might get him in a game just for the respect that he's given me the weeks that he's played, but I'm just telling you, I don't like this matchup going against Houston.
Swami, I'm a little nervous about Woody Marks, only for one reason. It's going to be really owned. The price is right. People want to play him. He's an easy click. He's an easy click, dude. When it's so easy, sometimes it's too easy.
Which camera on?
3. You know you're on 3.
Camera 3. Zoom on in. Let me tell you guys something out there in TV land. I got this thing. It goes like this. Stat man. And here's the problem with the stats. Because you say things or you pull things from somewhere in the stratosphere and you grab things like when he's not at home or he's not in the division or they're this against that. And then somebody like me looks and goes, oh, I see why it looks like that because they played the Titans and they beat them 26-0. They didn't need to throw the ball. That's why it looks like that. Or when they played the Kansas City Chiefs, he had 8 for 21, so that throws it off. So you'll keep picking at home.
No, excuse me, sir. I said they do. He eats when they play within the division, not outside the division. You didn't listen. So shut your mouth on that one. I didn't say that.
Was the Tennessee Titans, are the Titans in their division? Yes, right? Is the Kansas City Chiefs in that division?
No.
Anyway, so you jumped in on the Chiefs. 8 for 121.
I said that's my
I agree with what King to Icon just said, by the way. I totally agree with that.
That's my whole point. I said he eats everybody when he's outside of the division, he eats a lot. No, he doesn't eat a lot as much as when he eats in the division. How many points do they have, Swami?
And I'm saying because the games were either closer or they just didn't need to throw the ball. Not because he's not a good play.
Listen,
so I'm with Doc. I love the play. I like the Stroud play. I love the Nico Collins play. Nico might be a lock this week. I just think you're wrong specifically about Nico.
I will lock and he will outscore Nico this
week.
We
got 4 places that you can lock him in, so you got to beat all 4, not just Nico. And then on top of that, Doc, Stroud is coming at a great price. We also like Marks. You talked about it's a reason to like this offense. They're going to be pushed because the Cardinals, yes, believe it or not, they're going to score some points, and they've been throwing this ball all over the football field. Brissett is going to keep throwing this ball over the football field. It don't matter if they get down 21 in the first quarter. It don't matter if it's a game where it's competitive and it's back and forth. The Cardinals are going to be throwing the football, and for that reason, even though, yes, the Houston defense is playing a little bit better, I think in this game –
not a little bit better. They've been the best defense, period.
They're fantastic. I'm just saying this
but
smells
what
like a
I'm saying
letdown. I smell the letdown in the air.
If you watch that game that the Rams played, they beat them down. Okay. And Houston's defense is better than the Rams. And what I'm saying to you is, all I'm saying is, listen, who been on the Cardinals than me? I have been a Cardinals.
Did I tell you that Carolina was going to play well against the Rams? Did I not tell you?
We both said that. Remember?
Did I not tell you the Steelers are going to beat the Colts? I've hit every one of these. I'm not telling you the Cardinals are winning. I'm telling you they're going to play better than you think.
But and I'm adding to that, Doc, saying the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is playing well. They scored 24 points and they threw for over 317 yards. Seattle's defense is playing well. He also was able to score 2 touchdowns, throw for over 258. The Tampa Bay, the Rams.
When did that happen? In garbage, they might not play him in garbage. I'm just saying. Listen, are you going to play him? Are you? What are you playing? What do you got him on in this game? You tell me. What you got him on?
Nico?
No, I ain't talking about Nico. I'm talking about what you got the Cardinals on.
The Cardinals? I think the game will look very similar to somewhere between 200.
Give me some stats. What is Wilson getting?
Between 260 and 320.
What is Wilson getting?
Oh, Wilson. I'm talking about. I like Wilson, the target share that he's getting. I like him. Give me 12 for $120.
12 for $120?
Yeah.
If Wilson was like that, he will be a lock.
He's going to get a lot. It's the volume. He's going to Wilson.
Is the volume of crack that you've been smoking?
That's what I'm saying, Doc. He's going to him.
If it was 12 for 120, I will be all on Wilson, but he ain't gonna catch no 12 passes.
He's going 6 for 60.
Oh, no, he's throwing the ball to him 15 times, 16 times. They're going to be behind.
So let me ask you this, Swami. You're playing 20 lineups. How many do have Michael Wilson in it?
That's tough, Doc.
20. Come on, tell me.
Let's cut it down from 20, Doc. Let's say I'm playing 5. If I'm playing 5.
All right, how many of Michael Wilson in?
Because of the matchup, he's probably in 2, but I do like him.
All right, look, King to Icon, I agree with it too. I agree with you, Swami. All right, let's move on. Let's keep going. All right, Packers against the Broncos. Let me just throw something out here, guys. Jordan Love is good against the blitz. You know what team blitzes a lot? The Denver Broncos. Could Jordan Love stand back in there and throw the ball to Christian Watson, Swami? Can he throw it to Romeo? Can he throw it to Wicks? Or is this game a no stanky?
Doc, this is a huge no stanky. I think both defenses are probably playing better than both offenses. And for that reason, Doc, I'm out. But I will say this about Musgrave. That 2,500, even though he hasn't been doing jack, when you're searching for value, his name comes up. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Willie, no stank you, or you like it?
Who are we talking about in this game? No stank you. I am pass.
All right, I'm going to save the best one for last, so let's keep moving. Panthers and Saints. Is Chuba Hubbard at 4,600 the steal of the century, Willie?
I don't think so. Let me say this. This Saints team has been kind of scrappy. And they gave him, but I do like I like more of the players on the Saints side. I do.
You like Olave?
I think Olave's in play in this game. I think Neal is going to be one of the guys that I'm looking at in this game. I think Neal is a man of interest. Regardless if they're up or down, he's starting to save face there. And I listen, this is a big game for the Panthers, but I'm not big on anybody going off, so I just think that my favorite plays in the game are Neal and Olave, for the Saints. And I think you could go with McMillan too, but I just don't think this is the game that's going to win you everything. I think the Saints have just been scrapped. Matter of fact, I think the Saints are one of my defenses that I'm playing in a few lineups. So, to be honest with you.
Swami, McMillan feels in play. Olave feels in play. But I can get Chuba Hubbard, dude, for 4,600. And there is a world that this guy scores 18 fantasy points. There's a world.
I was trying to think of some Hubbards I might play before I play Chuba Hubbard. And I just couldn't come up put any right in the moment, but Doc, no, thank you. And because him and Donald are still kind of in that weird business where we don't know who it is, Hubbard made the one play last week. I think, and again, I wasn't as impressed as y'all were as those fourth down plays and the defense scoring. I like the defense more than I like any one Carolina Panther. And then on the other side, you could probably convince me because Tyler's playing a little bit better into him at that price, or maybe Jawan Johnson at that price, but I wouldn't be interested in anything other than the Saints defense as well.
Here, what you guys don't realize is that Dave Canales wants to run the ball 30 times, and he will. He's going to give it to Rico 15 times and Chuba 15 times. You're going to be pulling your hair out of this game going, please throw the ball.
Let me thank that fan who just told me the Hubbard I play. I play old Mother Hubbard before I play.
Agreed. He won't be a one.
I'll be cashing $1 million check. It's okay. Don't worry about me. I'll be good.
Shot.
I'll remember
Hubbard.
You. Okay. Colts Seahawks. Quick question. Do we play the Seahawks defense against Phillip Rivers?
Oh, they definitely in play against that rascal.
Will you pay up, Willie, for the Seahawks?
What is their price?
I think it's like 4.
Nah, because I got to get some others. I got to get some more offense in the game. That's
they're 3,700.
Yeah. I might get them a lot. They're not a core, but I understand they're good. They're going against a guy that's been playing on the couch. He's been sitting on the couch with us. Ain't playing 5 years. How was he starting on this game? I might have to get more. I might have to get more of that defense than what I think, because I think Phillip. So many things have changed since 2020. Things have changed. It's not the same. Oh Lord,
I'm a big Phillip Rivers fan. I am, but to come back against this team with this defense that's swarming.
I have to play Jonathan Taylor because it's season long.
Right.
But I'm not playing Jaylen Warren. I'm going to play another tight end over him. I'm not playing Tyler Warren. I'm not playing him. No, sir. Now with this guy quarterbacking, no, thank you. I'm going elsewhere.
Swame, you're playing JSN, you're playing Kenneth Walker.
I'm very interested in JSN, not interested at all in Kenneth Walker. I think I can't even, but I would have probably brought Joan Rivers or Doc Rivers or even Swampy Rivers before I would have called Mr. Phillip Rivers. And I respect the future Hall of Famer, but no, thank you. And he scares me because at the same time as I'm saying all of these discouraging things against him, and I know he's a fan of the show, he could probably come in there with a small playbook, just throwing the ball and getting first downs and just not turn the ball over and look bad and make the game interesting, because the Colts still are talented, but I can't see it. I don't even know what they were thinking. It's no way that he's the best quarterback available.
If he was 4,000 instead of 4,900,
he 4,900. Oh, against that defense.
I can't see it, Doc. It's like
why do you think I say Mariota's a great player? I'm telling you.
Two more. Tennessee against San Francisco. This is a Brock Purdy game if I've ever seen a Brock Purdy game. Really. You got Kittle, you got Jennings, you got Pearsall. They're coming from a bye. Here's my problem though, Willie, and I'm going to go back to your line. If everybody eats, we don't eat. This feels like a game where everybody can get fat and happy, and then we're not getting fat or happy.
Yeah, I mean it's a great throwing spot, but one guy that I'm going to be playing a lot in the slate is I'm going to be having me some McCaffrey though, for sure. I'm going to have me some McCaffrey because he's one of the confidence guys that I have that's going to score because he could still get in the air. And I just think so. But I agree with you because I would really the games that he has been his best at is when the games are back and forth. That's when he scores all his points, but. Ever since Kittle has come back, it's opened it up for McCaffrey. He's had 4 out of his 5 best games when Kittle is back, and he's back. I like him, but like you said, like you were saying, because I don't think it's going to be the pushback. I'm not mad at Jennings at that price point, and I think Jennings is a decent play. I think he's a good play here. But I'm just saying, but the guy I got more interest in this game is McCaffrey. And I don't mind if you're trying to save money to get the next game that we're talking about, I don't mind going with one of the tight ends, going for Helms or something like that.
How much cheap?
Something cheap. Or one of my favorite guys on the set I think is interesting best pass is what is his name? Chamara Dyke.
DK. He's good.
Yeah. So something like that.
I would love him at 3,800. I just don't want to pay 40.
Yeah, 43. Yeah, that price point. But I mean, because I don't think it's going to be pushback like that. That's why San Francisco defense, whoever got up season long, you're going to have a hell of a time. You're going to have a great time in this game.
Swame, I don't mean to disagree with Willie, but I'm not paying 9 G's for Christian McCaffrey because I don't see a 40-pointer here. I see a 25-pointer. It's fine. 25 is good, but not at 9K because it's going to hurt the rest of my team. Who do you like in this one?
I can see that, Doc. I like everybody in the 49ers jersey. I think even when they played games where it wasn't necessarily being pushed, say Carolina, Cleveland, they still found a way for Kittles to kind of eat. They still found a way for Juwan Jennings to get in the end zone. They still found a way for McCaffrey to make that same kind of 25-point argument you just made. But I think the person here might be the most interesting is Purdy. I think he could have one of those 3-4 touchdown kind of games but you said it'll be spread around. So do you just play him with Kittle? Do you play him, Kittle, and McCaffrey? I think it's something there. And I think if the Tennessee offense can make any noise, I don't think they're going to look like they did last week, but if they can do anything just to get the game into the second half, then I think that gives opportunity for them to get more points. And there's a shot that they can just because they've been calling a better football game on offense and they've been getting something out of their running backs like last time, or the receivers have been showing up and making some plays. So I would be interested a lot in the 49ers, especially at those prices.
If that game can stay close, I'm with you. Brock Purdy could have 5 touchdowns if it can stay close. All right, Willie, let's get to the big one. Lions and Rams. There's so much I like in this game, so much. Stafford is such a good play. Adams is going to play. I'm not worried about it. I have no problem playing him. Puka's playable. Corum is interesting. Colby Parkinson is interesting, right? The tight end. St. Brown, Gibbs, Jamison Williams, but they're all expensive. How do you play this game the best way?
See, and this is where I came in with Mariota. Because I like Stafford, but Stafford's not giving you a 35, 40-point game. You understand what I'm saying? So if I could get 20 to 25 points from Mariota, these are the 2 receivers that's locked in this game for me.
Who? Which
Puka and Jameson.
Puka over Adams?
Oh, absolutely.
And Jameson over St. Brown?
Yes, sir. If you looked at it from since their bye, they both average 18 points a game. And what I'm telling you is this, and that's when Jameis had that 0 game. He had that 0 game. What I'm telling you is this, he's 6,100. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm planting my flag on Jamison Williams in this game, and I'm planting my flag on Puka because the defense they play matches what Puka does. And even when, let me say this, Doc, and this is one thing that I'm looking at still in this game, even when Adams got 3 touchdowns, you know how many points he scored? 26. You follow what I'm saying? Puka could get you 37 and have 1 touchdown and no touchdowns. I mean, so I'm just going with Puka, and I'm going with Puka. And James Williams in that time has outscored Adams. So what I'm saying is, you paying 7,700, right? How much is Adams?
Oh, Adams is not cheap. Adams is. Give me 1 second. Adams is 7,200. Puka's 87.
Yeah.
St. Brown's 79. I mean, you are paying up. You would literally going to have to go with Likely and Andrews. You're going to have to do double tight end to get this game in. But
see, that's what makes the game interesting, because I think this game is it's a game where, hey, yeah, you're right. Not playing McCaffrey, it's not the best matchup. But let me tell you something. That Mr. Gibbs is something. So people with upside is a way that you can always think about playing. Gibbs got unlimited upside. I like Jameson Williams, and yeah. I mean, listen, I just think this game is I just think I just think that this game will be pushed. I think this will be the most explosive game. What is it? At 55 points? And then, so that's why we have to find creative ways to be able to fit this in when you get your values from other games that we could get. But I'm at least have Puka and Jameson Williams will be locked for me in every lineup.
Swami, agree or disagree with Willie?
He's probably close to the target. I think I'm gonna have to agree with. I'm not mad at it. Like he wants to go with Williams. I'm more with you with St. Brown. For a minute there, he had me in witness protection. I really wasn't sure where he was going with it. But then Puka, I think I'm with him with Puka, Doc. I think Puka just has the upside. He's likely to go nuts in this game again. And I think I'd rather have the guy that's gonna, like, Adams can do it. So I'm not mad if you say, hey, I really want to go with Adams. I just think Puka is probably going to smash here. But I do like St. Brown, so I do agree with you. So if I was to take two pieces, it would be those two would be my favorite pieces. Again, this game is probably going to have the most points or the best pace. And so I would want to have at least two people from this game in each lineup.
All right. What's your stack, Willie? $100. Where's it going?
Well, my stack is I'm pairing it with another game. My stack is Mariota going to this game, playing Jameson Williams and playing Puka. That's my stack. That's my $100.
My gosh, this guy just gonna make up the rules every week.
No, well, I'm just saying. I'm gonna be creative that way to get him in, and then I'm gonna have a couple of lineups where I'm gonna have Stafford. But what I'm saying, I'm going for the economic. I'm trying to get as many guys in that I can get that can make a difference in this game. So and then I might be able to get St. Brown. I can put St. Brown with Puka. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm going. That's why I'm going there.
What's your stack, Swami?
Doc, since you asked for a stack and not just make something up and shoot from the seat of my pants, I'm gonna give you a stack. And so I'm thinking I like the stack that we were thinking, which is Stroud, Collins, and maybe come back with Wilson again. The games where we don't have Mr. Marvin Harrison in the mix, I think he had something like 16, 17, and 18 targets. I'm talking about Wilson. But with that kind of targets, I don't care what he do, he can fall into a double-digit catch game in 90 plus 100 plus yard game easy with that type of target share. So I think I like that one a lot. If I was to say, hey, what would my second one look like? I probably would have some interest in obviously the Rams and Lions game.
There's so much because I don't disagree with Willie because I think I want Dart or Mariota instead of Stafford. Because if Stafford goes 303, that's 18 and 12, right? That's 30. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
If Dart goes 201 touchdown and runs for 40 and a touchdown, that's 10, 14, that's 20. And I save myself money and I can do something else. So I don't mind the Willie mix and match. But when I ask for a stack, I totally agree, Swami. It is absolutely Stroud, Collins, and
you might not like Wilson.
Stroud, Woody, Collins?
You go Stroud, Woody, Collins. I'm not mad at that because I think Woody, at some point in the game, he's going to get to those 20 touches that he's been getting, these last 4 weeks. But as far as the Rams game in particular, the stack that we talked about, remember, Dak threw for 376. He looked like he was all close to, say, 68, 70% completion. And he had 376 yards again. I just feel like I'm sure Stafford could do something very similar, except add the touchdowns and subtract the interceptions, which then puts him on a 376-yard game with 4 touchdowns.
All right, Willie, who's your cheap bastard play of the week?
Well, my favorite cheap bastard is going to be from the Ravens game. And I got two cheap bastards in that game. It's going to be likely. It's going to be likely. It's going to be likely and Tisley. I like them both. I think they're both a place for me in the game.
Swami, who's your cheap bastard?
Doc, as always, and I mean always, my favorite cheap bastard. It's Willie Bartholomew Walsh. He is by far my favorite cheap bastard. But I think I want to go back to, and something is telling me that I think this game could have some interest in it. And I'm thinking it could possibly be, just possibly be, Judy. I'm going to give him the edge over who I was thinking. Because I was thinking going with a tight end. But for some reason, I feel like the Bears just giving up so much that he could probably find himself having a big game.
My two favorite cheap bastards are tight ends, but not the ones you're thinking. Theo Johnson and AJ Barner, because Arroyo's out. And Indianapolis is wretched against tight ends. Wretched. So I think I might be able to differentiate the Likely and the Andrews lineups by getting two guys who can both score without getting the ownership.
But what I'm gonna do too, Doc, is I'm just saying that's just a way to stack it. But I'm gonna be most likely it's gonna be in like most of my lineups, and I'm gonna pay him with another tight end now. I didn't think about Barner. I didn't think about the guy being out. So I'm gonna consider that too. I'm definitely gonna consider that.
All right, balls to the walls call from Willie Walls. What is it?
It's Mariota. That's my balls to the wall call. Y'all don't like him. I like him. I'm playing him over Dart. That's gonna be my guy. So it's Mariota, and then my other one is Jameson Williams because he's gonna be in every lineup.
Interesting. Can you mind calling your shot with Mariota, please? What you put?
Oh, I'm on with Mariota. I'm on Mariota rushing for 40 yards, 40, 50 yards rushing with throwing for two tutties and throwing over 200 yards.
I mean, look, King Tank Icon says this cheap bastard plays Deebo Samuel, 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Put him with Mariota. Could be a rich friend.
Yeah, I mean, because if you got Mariota doing that, you got to have somebody with him.
Yeah, but not necessarily. If we play it the way we play it, we could do it from another game. That's gonna be a creative way to do it. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. Because who knows if he gets 2 tutties rushing, ain't nobody else is gonna be with him. So that's hey, listen.
All right, Swami says, don't try to save that couple $100. Put Dart in there. Don't overthink it. Stay far away from Marcus Assy Oda because his ass is Oda. Anyway, so I think I'm going to go with, because nobody seems to like Mr. Stephon Diggs except me. I'm going to say the revenge factor's there. He still got a chip on his shoulder. Still a big game. It means something to both teams. Let's see with him going there and see if he can get those 10 catches again. My visionary calls on FanDuel are Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley both scoring 2. That's good, the 2, because that's both a good call, and I think they're both in good spots to hit that 2. So I like that a lot, Doc. That's a visionary call. On DraftKings, that one I don't know. That one I think I have to have St. Brown, and I'm going to tell you why, Willie. This is where I'm thinking. The Rams pass rush is going to be coming. Jameson needs time to get open. And I don't know whether Goff has the time. And I think St. Brown will be open. I see him going like 11 for 110 and a touchdown. I like that, Doc. Visionary, not Bush League. Like the top right. Y'all see him. Camera 2? You saying camera 2 up there? Yeah. On my screen, It says Uma. So there you have it. So that's our show for today. Appreciate you guys listening. We're back. I can't believe we're back with week 16 next week. Remember, tomorrow morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern, there's no on-demand for Sirius tomorrow. For some reason, they don't have it, so you got to listen live. I'll be up early. You should be up early listening. Any given entry tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Maybe Trevor will join us from the hospital. Who knows? That was very impressive. Get well, Trevor. Get well.
Oh, I didn't know he was in the hospital. Whoa.
Yeah, he had a surgery. Had a big surgery. Brace on.
Okay.
All right. We love you, Trevor. Get well soon.
Right, man, we pray for your quick recovery, Trevor.
And then we'll be back in Discord on Sunday morning. All right. For Willie and the Swami, this is Dr. Roto saying be well and
take care.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. And until the next visit, be well and take care.
Hey, man.